No, I mean, just gather all your information, gather all your documentation. This is the time now. Definitely set
This
some
is the time.
deadlines, on your
Absolutely.
for yourself, right? So say, okay, if I'm missing documentation, I need to have this within a week, right?
Yes,
I need to let me set a deadline. Let me set it on my calendar because life happens,
absolutely.
and I think a lot of people think, oh, I sent you this information, just go ahead and do it. But no, we're missing this information. Oh, I completely forgot. Well, now it's okay. Well, I need to get it done, right? So, well, how do we get it done and we don't have all the correct information? Because
Right.
once you don't provide information, and that's just not for us, that's for any tax preparer, CPA, or accountant, the process actually halts and you go back to the end of the line, right? And so
Absolutely.
be mindful of that, right? This is
Yeah.
just it's important information to know.
Yeah. And I want to add
Um,
too.
mhm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Corey.
No, you're good. Go ahead. It's your
Yeah.
floor.
I just want to add too, just as a recap on information. If you're an individual filer with no business, you may have some itemized deductions. Make sure you have, just for example, just to reiterate, your mortgage statements, your charitable contributions, some property taxes that you're paying. Also, make sure that you have the documents from these charitable organizations that you are wanting to claim that information for. Also, make sure you have your W-2s as stated. Any type of stock, any type of trading, especially cryptocurrency and all of that. Make sure you use Coinbase and different um, third party information and sources out there that you're using to be able to provide that information so that we're able to report that as well. Also, keep in mind that for Schedule C's for your businesses, make sure that you do have books. I know a lot of people may start off and they're using an Excel worksheet and they're keeping up with the income and expenses. Make sure that's detailed. Make sure you have your businesses information and stuff definitely on hand, and make sure you're able to validate that. If you have rental property, so to speak, make sure that if you are using a property manager, that management company will be able to provide you with an annual property report that you would provide to your tax professionals to help assist you on that. Or if you're keeping up that with yourself, make sure that your expenses for each one of your properties are able to account for each one of those as well, as far as the income and the expenses. And I just also want to draw into the point because I know everyone comes down to, let's say you find out that you feel like you're going to owe or tax. What can I do in 2024? I feel to better prepare for the next tax season because right now, hey, 2023 has already happened. I already know I have these, may have taxes that you may owe or maybe you don't. I would actually emphasize the matter of actually meeting with the professional, and we do offer these services as far as tax planning. Some people feel like, I don't feel like I'd probably need tax planning. Well, maybe you do. It may be an overview just for you to look at what you have. We have run into some people where I would actually say that you may want to consider it. People say, well, I'm working and I'm doing all of this and I still owe every year. I don't know why, you know what I mean, or what's going on. So you may want to do a tax planning session with us or with your tax professional to find out just where you are and where you can possibly change things. You're right here at the beginning of the year, as far as whether, for example, if it's withholdings from your W-2s, or definitely if your income has significantly increased over the course of one year to the next, you're receiving commissions and bonuses and all of that. You have a lot of moving pieces, when it comes to the selling of property, and especially when it comes to selling of rental homes compared to your primary residence. Capital gains come into place if you're talking about a secondary. I want to get all high into that, but if it's your primary home and you sell it, you pretty much get to keep that money. It's not taxed. What do I do with that money? If you honestly run into actually earning more income than you ever have before, or just a little bit of whatever, a tax planning session would be great just to give you an overview in one meeting alone. And do know that
Correct.
you can come back quarterly
Correct.
because some people income changes during the year, especially if it's business owners. It may be more at the beginning, or it may fluctuate. You may need some more advisement. But I just say that for your tax planning, as far as just having an ear or being able just to throw some ideas off of someone to kind of get a broader picture of what it is you're doing. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing wrong with asking questions. There's nothing wrong with getting some great information or advice from some trusted sources to be able to get you on the right track. And do know that here at this firm, if there's anything that we're not able to help assist you with, we have a great network where we're able to tap into those resources to be able to help assist you even more.
Correct.
And there's some great things out there. And it's just a matter of being able to be patient, take your time with it. Make sure you have all your documents. Make sure you know that, okay, this is a year that I'm getting ready to just review everything. And also one more thing, when you receive your tax return and you have questions about it, a lot of times, a lot of taxpayers just want to know, do I owe? Or am I getting a refund? And there are no other questions in there. And sometimes that may be you. But sometimes you may want to understand why you owe. You need to understand, if you get money back, do keep in mind the IRS is not giving you money. That's money that you've earned, valid deductions or whatever it is on your return for your specific tax situation as to why. And you want to know.
Here's another caveat too. I'm
Yeah.
gonna jump I just want to dart right into
Absolutely.
what you're saying, right? The they owe me or I owe them is a mass picture, right? How many? This is a vague question, right? But think about it like this: people make mistakes. Systems make mistakes too. There's a lot of money that the IRS owe people, and if you only are concerned about what you owe and what you don't owe, and not looking at how it's constructed with the structure of your life in regards to your tax returns, you'll leave a lot of money on the table. Excuse me. We've ran across people that that has gotten money back from the IRS, possibly amending a tax return, 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 years later, and they get money back. It's not an ever occurring event, but it does happen. So I just wanted to slip that in there too, just to kind of broaden the thought process.
Right. And that may honestly be a case too, where someone has either, number one, haven't filed, or when they have filed, it's a matter of, well, let's go back and review your prior year tax returns just to see if there's something that was missed or something that we will be able to see, and to just take an assessment and evaluation to see if there's any other things that probably weren't considered within those years. And let's keep in mind, it does not mean that the prior person prepared your tax return incorrectly. It may be a matter of some information or some new things that have come in the horizon. Correct. That is able to better help assist you in that matter. You know what I mean? Or in that current year, let's say you may found some losses that may be able to be carried back or what have you, but just keep that in mind. And that's another great point too, Kory, when it goes into tax planning, because that's another thing that we would definitely do in tax planning is probably look back at some prior years. I think sometimes we don't think about it because once it's gone and done, that we're on to the next. But that's a great point to bring up, that you can go back and have someone assess and look at those prior years just to see, what was there just to be considered. But that's a great point.
Don't forget, as Nicole stated, we're in tax season. So definitely reach out. You can go to heywardcpa.com and schedule a free consultation.
One more point.
Go ahead.
One more point to everybody. I want to make sure, if you haven't already, you can go to the irs.gov website and set up your own personal account. I emphasize that to every taxpayer because you're able to pull up your information. You're able to see the filings out there have been filed, that you have filed. If you need your transcript, if you need any type of that information, guess what? On that account, you're able to pull that information, your wage information, your transcripts. And if you make payments, you're able to do that online and be able to see that being processed. So you're able to have your account. I also emphasize too, if the IRS has assigned you a PIN number, because what's happening now is a lot of taxpayers are being assigned PIN numbers because of the identity theft and the things that are going on. And so what happens with us is when we're getting ready to file your tax returns, if we're trying to file it and it comes back rejected, it's telling us that you have a PIN. A lot of times these PIN numbers are actually being mailed to you. So make sure you pay attention in your mailing, because sometimes you may have possibly tossed it or what have you. irs.gov will actually walk you through in case you think you had a PIN number or not. So just make sure that you're able to verify that. I just want to put that out there, Kory, for you close this out.
No, nice plug. Well, listen, we're gonna pay another bill. Heyward CPA offers tax liability alerts. If your anxiety is built up based off of what Nicole just explained, going to irs.gov and filling out and getting this information, yes, you should still do that. But again, reach out to us. We have an alert system that we can provide you as a service, right? And it'll keep you updated and informed as well. All right. So you can go to heywardcpa.com again and click on to schedule a free consultation. So you can get the understanding of how we work with you, and we can get some information from you to see if how we can help you makes sense. Okay. Nicole, great stuff here today.
Right.
This is great stuff. This is the time of the year, really. So, let me back up for a minute. Like October, November, December, that's like the quiet time a little bit. The extension of the October, September, October 15th deadline. Holiday comes in, it's a little cold outside. That's usually the perfect time where you start to wind down, close out what you did for that year, and then plan on for the next year, right? But this first quarter of every year is always a good time for planning. Now, we are limited in slots for planning, but you can get on the list. Right, we do a lot of planning after the main deadline, April 15th deadline, but we're limited. We still have some open spots open, but you can get on the list. So again, heywardcpa.com, fill out your consultation. You're on YouTube, go down. Please subscribe. Please like this episode. Please. Send it to you. Share it with your network, with your friends, with your family. Leave us some questions and some comments as well. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, I believe, Twitter as well, right? Leave us some questions because we're big on questions. We're big on comments. Oh, matter of fact, we still, when James come back, we're still going to announce who the winner was for the question or the topic that was mentioned in the comments in our previous episodes. And let's go see who wins a gift card. But that's still going on throughout the year, by the way. So if we happen to talk about your comment, your question, and it's something really good, and we decided that's what we're going to go with, we will get you a gift card. You'll want a gift card for that, okay? So we haven't forgotten about that. So please send in all your questions, send in all your concerns, all your thoughts. And again, heywardcpa.com for any free consultations as well, okay? Nicole, this has been great.
Yes,
Normally, James and I kicking the can down the road and holding each other back and see who could kick the can first. And you watched us, and we have a good time and have a lot of good fun. But this is this is something that is important. This is something that we wanted to lead with, especially at the beginning of the tax season, and kind of just give people the opportunity to release some of that angst and some of that pressure.
Absolutely.
If you don't come to us, when you go to it, if you have a tax professional accountant, ask these questions. Allow them the opportunity to explain it, right? The squeaky wheel gets the oil, basically. If you don't ask questions, you won't get the answer, right? And don't let your anxiety stop you. Again, it's a commonplace thing, so we're not dismissing it at all, but just reach out to whoever it is, again, or you can schedule a call with us. Nicole, I want to thank you for taking the time on your Saturday. I know you talk with us all week. You're doing work and messing with clients all week, but you took this today to come and jump on with me and give some solid information for the tax season. So I thank you for that. And we're going to have you back again as well, right? So again, please check us out, heywardcpa.com. We have the BYOB program, we have tax planning, we have the tax liability alert, and also we have biz therapy for our business owners. We can get you right in biz therapy. We help to coach the clients to win. What is winning? Winning is just completing. If you have a task or a project, just complete it. That's a win. Small wins equals big wins. We're not talking about the overall win. You can only guarantee your own success in winning overall, but we're going to help you win on the small things, set you up, get you right. Biz therapy. Okay. So just wanted to say peace. We chuck up the deuces, Nicole. This is what we do on a Saturday call. We go deuces. Peace. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay.
All right.
Take care, everyone.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great tax season.